And just say hello to all the YouTubers out there.
Yeah, say that.
Well, say it now because
we're recording. Oh, yeah, we're still on, yeah.
G'day all the YouTubers out there.
Straight down the barrel.
Straight down the barrel. That is what they call a clinic, guys.
Scouts, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Leigh.
I'm Leigh.
No, I'm also Leigh.
And I'm also Leigh.
You're such idiots. I knew that something was going on because Cody was even more eager to start than he usually is.
I nearly forgot so many times.
He's usually incredibly eager, but even tonight he was like, come on, let's go.
Oh, you could have been any fucking slower, I was with you.
That's very good. Michael over the shoulder, that's thrown. That's incredible. Well, I mean, that's hard to come back from. What I generally was going to say was... Yes, I don't know. I'm Leigh.
You'll get there. Whenever you're ready. Right.
I'm Leigh. There's some other people here as well. It's great to have you back with us for a post-match beer in your ears. Strap yourself in for some stories, some sport, a sprinkling of pop culture, and plenty of laughs along the way. It's all the things that we would be talking about in the locker room this week. We got the chocolates. That's a win.
Yep. Thank you, Lethal. And I'm starting us off with some housekeeping. Am I not?
Oh, no, I was going to go to the story, but go housekeeping first.
Oh, yeah, all right. Nice. Just, yeah, good. Nicely done. Skinnled. Yeah, all right.
You were too busy doing your stupid prank, man. You forgot.
I rattled myself, yeah.
The podcast works.
All right. Let's go housekeeping then. Change it up, you know. Too much structure is terrible.
Flexible.
Terrible. Yeah, exactly. You got to be able to adapt and adjust, you know. So the housekeeping is, you might have noticed.
Welcome to the TED Talk with Mitchell Drennan.
Yeah, you might have noticed we snuck past 1 million followers on TikTok this week.
That was cool.
Yep, and celebrated appropriately, and it was a good time. So thank you to everyone for that support along the way. And if I could encourage you to go check out our Facebook page, that's the next goal. Get Facebook to 1 million likes.
Holy dooly.
We're only 990,000 away, so we should be there in no time.
I'll have to join TikTok to become 1,000,001.
There's a few past that now, actually. Yeah. What was also funny, two things, Mitch. What was funny about that, we got those balloons that you would have seen probably. Hopefully you're following us. We got the chocolates on some form of social media. There's plenty to choose from, but we put up a photo of the 1 mil balloons and everyone just commented, it's missing the F.
Oh, okay.
1 milf. No thanks. Well, I mean... Depending what you're into.
Each to their own.
But yeah, no, that's the call to action. Head over to Facebook. We try and post like sort of slightly longer, longer than TikTok, obviously. You know,
a bit more sporty stuff. A bit of sporty stuff on there as well.
That sort of jazz is over on Facebook. So check us out there and find 990,000 of your closest friends and we'll be good to go.
Perfect.
I think we did our Melbourne Cup sweep on Facebook too, and I don't think you've got the prizes to them yet.
I haven't given out those prizes yet, but I've still got a screenshot of who we owe them to.
We are on fire.
That's really good, yeah.
So we get them out by the next Melbourne Cup. It'll be excellent. Guys, most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you, what springs to mind?
I reckon right up there for me would be going to school and forgetting my whole school bag, not just the lunchbox, like the whole bag. That was good.
That is magnificent.
Yeah, right. I got bowled first ball for Queensland.
That's right.
We should talk about that on the podcast one time, I reckon.
The old debut.
Lethal? Nice. You?
I went to pay for food the other day, actually.
Oh, that's a shock.
I knew that would surprise you. Anyway, as I was pulling out my bank card, the condom that was sitting in my wallet also came out with the bank card and just dropped on the ground in front of me, and definitely caught the gaze of quite a few bystanders, you might say.
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess it is good to be prepared, I guess.
That's true.
Yep, I guess so. But I think you could be more prepared. I can't see that happening to you if you're carrying around the Steady Freddy ultra thin condom, and also don't carry it around in your wallet. That's poor practice.
Oh, and Leroy, and if you do think you are a chance of getting lucky, you might want to invest in their delay spray as well, which will give you and your partner a little bit more satisfaction, I reckon.
Correct. They've even actually got these Steady Freddy Ready wipes, and they contain only natural ingredients, because I'm reading from the box here, you shouldn't put junk on your junk.
That is true.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's right. Steady Freddy provides safe and effective sexual health solutions through convenient and innovative products.
And thankfully, they're offering us chocolate 15% off when we head to steadyfreddy.com and use the code WGTC15 at the checkout.
Spray on and play on.
Okay, I've got the story, but who actually has the story is T-Bolt. I hope. It's Tebow, I reckon.
You reckon?
I used to know.
Tim Tebow?
How we spell this. I used to know a French man, and he spelled his name like this. Pronounced it Tebow, so I'm going to go with that.
Nice.
He's got the story. He says, too long for the box.
What?
which is not a problem I've ever had. Back in the day,
Thanks to our sponsors.
wonderful people.
Save it for the ad.
Back in the day, school was down in Jindabyne for a snow camp. Sorry, a girls' school also happened to share the same caravan park as us, and one night we were all in the dining hall having dinner. One of my friends was dared to go pull the "Are you a beaver?" like pickup line. This is stemming from when we did the pickup line segment a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, nice.
So the friend was dared to go pull the "Are you a beaver?" because damn pickup line on one of the girls in the line. And who knows, maybe she had fallen off her snowboard a few too many times, or maybe she truly had insecurities about how much she looked like a beaver, because before he managed to say, because damn, she burst out crying and ran off.
Oh, no.
My friend was just standing there completely shook that he had called a girl a beaver, and to this day we wonder if we permanently damaged her self-esteem.
Oh, that hurts.
Luckily, she got in contact with the show. She's fine, so everyone move
good.
on.
Excellent.
Yes,
It is a small world after all.
no
isn't it?
issues. Yeah, she's
Surely
also a
that's a
listener.
blatant lie.
No, she's a listener. She's a jockey, and she was fine. So thank you
was
very
happy?
much for that, Tebow. Yeah.
Beautiful. Happy. And we've got a joke too.
How's she already gotten in touch with the show? We've only
Obviously,
just
I'm
made
lying.
it.
Just
Oh, fucking hell. Do you not know how this works?
Actually, something wrong with
Most of the time we make up stuff.
I don't want to get sued for false advertising. You know, we got to be telling the truth.
you. We're false advertising. the girl's not actually a beaver.
That we have one more listener than we have.
Her name was actually Teresa Green. Anyway, we've got a joke of a day.
Do I get that?
I haven't got it.
Teresa Green?
No chance I've got that.
Teresa Green.
Teresa Green.
Oh,
Teresa Green.
Teresa Green.
Fucking
That's very
hell.
good.
Jeez. What's very good if you have to explain it 9
Yeah,
times?
that's good.
It was a pronunciation.
I'm
Yeah.
happy with it, though, even though you had to explain it.
Well, we had the
Anyways,
story
there we go.
sent in by a listener, and we've also got the joke sent in by a listener. So thanks for everyone for sending in their jokes to our Instagram. Our inbox is overflowing, Leroy.
Gosh, we've got so many to get
We're
through.
giving us some good
We've
laughs,
got
aren't we?
The SpeakPipe ones are generally through.
And the SpeakPipe ones are good. This
Not
one is from.
Instagram.
Is this one from SpeakPipe?
Yeah,
This
these are
one
all
is-
through the
and-
website.
And
Yeah.
this one's sent through by Michael. Thanks, mate, over there. No, another Michael, obviously. It's a pretty common name. Yeah, relatively.
Not as common as Muhammad, for those interested.
Yep.
No.
Most common
That's
name
the
in the
most
world.
common name in the world.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
What's
with
the
you.
second?
Couldn't tell you.
John.
No.
I made that up also.
That's absolutely. There's no chance that's
and
true.
sorry to that girl still listening to the Beaver.
Yeah, beautiful. It's actually her actual real name. You know what it was? Sue Ridgepipe.
Anyways,
Play the audio.
Play the joke, please.
Here you go from Michael.
Stole this joke off my brother, so hopefully it makes the podcast because it'll piss him off.
It did.
Why does Prince Charles have a multicoloured penis? Because he was dipping it in dye.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
okay. I don't really know where I stand on this.
I have no idea how to respond to that.
Well, I mean, it's factually correct.
I guess so.
Is it?
I don't know.
actually-
I don't follow the royal family at all. I assume so. Yeah.
That's how it worked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah.
I
don't mean the actual
trust Michael. Yeah.
anatomy behind it. That's- Thank you, Michael.
Yeah,
and I
very
hope that does piss your
Brother off.
Exactly.
Beautiful. You are on fire with those buttons. Look at those fingers work like a fucking stenographer.
Holy hell, that was tough. All right. Stop.
That was
good. Migas, bring mum in. Do you need to change anything? You've started everything, haven't you? I'll just take a load off, man. All right. Nice jump. That's good.
Thanks.
Okay, we have a very special guest on this week's podcast episode, someone that we've never introduced you to before, but we're reasonably thankful for her presence. This is our mum, Janelle. Well, not, sorry, I should be more specific. Not Cody's mum.
Yeah.
It's mine. We don't think.
You're very thankful for our mum, Cody.
Yeah, very thankful.
Great lady.
Well, to
she
be
gets
fair,
the
I
beers.
was going to say she's bought more beers for this podcast than the two hosts who are on all the money. So
All the money.
all the money.
All the $3.
Like me and Mikos over here, bloody slaving away. We're we're net 40 every time, like negative 40 every time we get here.
The most preparation you've done is organising the stitch up of me saying,
and a bit.
And it's some of our best content.
You're right. We should have just ended the podcast after that. Anyway, we didn't. So, Mum, you're on. But we don't. Her name is Janelle. I'm not sure if we've mentioned that. But we would never actually call you Janelle or Mum for that matter. In fact, what are you mostly referred to as, Dizzle? Oh, shit.
So what happened? You just said it when you meant to, like, you asked your mum.
Yeah, so I'm giving it
massive anticlimax.
I know you've studied. You're fine.
Yeah, these days, I'm most commonly referred to as Dizzle.
Why is that, Skin?
Well, because you're a dickhead, essentially.
Yeah.
There was a period there I came up with a rule in the house that before anyone asked a question, they had to first ask themselves, is the answer because Leigh's a dickhead? And yeah, that's certainly the case.
It must have been a quiet house because not many questions did ask.
That served us very well.
Just to take you through that list too, to get to Dizzle, I'm sure because people are always like, why is she called that?
Yeah, because it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, well, when you look back, it almost makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense when you look back at it. So obviously,
I'm listening like someone who wants to know here.
It's never made sense to me.
I reckon. Hang on, I'm looking
simple,
at the list
Mum.
here. Yeah, that would make sense. But
yeah.
Come on, Dizzle, stay with us, obviously.
And I've got another child that calls me that. So,
Yeah. I reckon it starts earlier than this, though, doesn't it? Didn't we initially just call her Mum Bus?
Yeah. Oh, I've missed that one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
all right. So carry on from there.
No, so my Mumbus I put second. That was silly. So I thought that we started off by calling her Mumbus, right? So that was just put that on the end.
Yeah, because that's what you do with nicknames. You make the name longer. Apparently,
I still call you Levis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people used to call me Levis, so I gave it to Mum as well. It was called her Mumbus. Then it went to Mumbus and Nader.
For God knows what reason.
Well, because nicknames you always get longer because you want to increase the time that it takes to get their attention. That's what I found. Then we shortened that to Nate's, and then we lengthened that to Nate Dizzle Jazzy Fizzle.
Isn't that from some like UK rapper or something?
That was a rapper. So we were walking around the house calling her Nate Dizzle Jazzy Fizzle, which did take probably too much time. So that we then went to Dizzle and Diz, and then to Fizzle and Fizz, which we sort of use interchangeably now. So she's either really Dizzle or Fizzle now.
Yeah. Nate's was cool for a long time though. Plenty of our mates and stuff called.
I call Janelle Nate's.
Yeah. She was Nate's for ages.
So all through all the touch footy years when we were playing at touch football carnivals and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
I was Nate's then, however long ago that was.
Anyway, Mum, the reason that we thought it was appropriate to bring you on, two reasons. It was your birthday yesterday, so it seemed like as good a time to do it as any. There's a lot of people out there that obviously would wish you a happy birthday. 29 and how many months now?
No, I'm not answering. Don't look at me. I'm not answering.
Shit loads.
I did the maths for you and I've forgotten, but it's 300 plus.
Months?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, don't worry about it, Fizzle.
Can I jump in, Nates? Did the boys spoil you for your birthday yesterday?
Well, one of them
Come on,
did.
Dizzle.
Which one?
Get around, mate.
Was it the one that's not here?
I was going to say, that's probably one of the great gifts.
Yeah. I was going to say, I reckon out of the three children, I reckon one of them's probably got the upper hand on the other pair.
Well, Mitch and his partner Eloise took me out.
The good news is I've got Eloise with me. So
took me out for a lovely lunch and bought me some lovely white linen
pants. Lovely.
This jumper, a scarf,
Beautiful.
things
Good
like
jumper, Dizzle. Second best at the table.
You say there's four here, but the three of us got the same one on. Is that
three of them the same?
Which actually, you know what ties in beautifully? It ties in so well with the joke we planned before because we all introduced ourselves as Leigh.
Because I'm the only one that would wear a jumper.
No, we all look exactly the same.
Oh, you're right.
Speaking of jumpers,
save it for the ad.
Am I allowed to say this? Which I'm probably not. Mikas has just closed that door and now I'm hot. Are we allowed to have it open?
No,
there was a dog barking in the back. There was a baby crying last week.
It's a very professional studio, you know.
Okay.
Can't stay with us.
Well, I'm a bit warm now.
That's right. Now, and the second reason that I mentioned there, Mum, is that I don't know about Mitch, but I certainly had this.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Calling me Mum.
Yeah. In essence, just for this podcast.
Okay.
But no, Diz, I got this sent to me a lot by a couple of mates from the Batuta Advocate that said, local kid on sleepover keeps head low while his mate gets a rinsing from mum. And that was sent to me by 4 separate people. And Mitch, I don't know if you copped it at all.
I didn't get that. But yeah, when you chuck that in the family group chat, that's appropriate.
So we just thought we might pick your brains about why you think that might have been sent to me. Is there anything that rings a bell there? Does it strike a chord, or you reckon it might have just been a mistake that it was sent to me 4 times?
Well, can I just say, in my defence, I was a busy woman, lots of responsibility.
Yes.
Worked very hard, always a shift worker. Didn't always have the patience that I should.
Yep.
If I could do a few things differently again, I would. Including the night I'm thinking that one of those people had to be Anthony Stacey. Absolutely.
I'm going to take over
Number
this story.
2 would have to be
Josh Colby.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tell you a couple of stories about. So Anthony Stacey, this is one of the great stories. Me and Mitch, I don't know what we did to get ourselves in trouble at that point, but Anthony was definitely sleeping over, and Mum came in not happy with something.
Had a blow. Yeah. I didn't always have the longest fuse.
No.
In fact, some people would say I had a very short fuse. Back
Dad
in the
used to
day.
call you the fire-breathing dragon, which was nice. And then, so Anthony is in there, and me and Mitch have done something to upset Mum. We both got fairly nailed, I would think. I certainly would have known
I think
that.
everything in the lounge room got thrown in your direction.
He wouldn't have caught it watching wicket keep before.
Everything that wasn't nailed down was heading your way, for sure.
But Mum's theory was just sort of
Hit first.
discipline
and
first, yeah.
Ask
first and ask
questions
question
later.
So Anthony Stacey was just collateral damage. He was in the room and he got hit as well.
Well, that was very unfortunate. I did love Anthony.
The best part was he came back the next time a week later. He was wearing a colander on
that's
his head.
good. That's really good,
Brought his
Vance.
own wooden spoon.
That is really good.
I opened the door to this kid, this 14-year-old
That is
kid, it was,
outstanding.
with a colander on his head, a steel colander on his head. It was absolutely gold. And of course, I did find it very amusing.
Just as a means of self-defense.
Sure.
Which was outstanding. Yeah, so there you go. But I do think it led us to another story, and I think Josh Golby, who's also been on this podcast, featured on this podcast a few times.
I don't think I was the worst thing that ever happened to Josh Golby in this family, though. I think there was plenty worse than me.
There was certainly one occasion that was far worse, and I was about to say the same thing. I think that treatment of his parent hiding while the mum gave you a rinsing, he might have actually taken over his experience with Dad when we were young. Mitch, I don't know if you remember this, but again, you and I causing chaos in the morning. Obviously, at too early of an hour, Dad would deemed. Josh had come over, been dropped by his mum early in the morning.
Yeah.
So he was at our house, also causing chaos in the room. Dad came in. Dad came storming into our room to tell us that it was an
Straight out of
unreasonable
bed.
hour. Yeah, out of bed. Didn't bother stopping. No pit stops. Which was a shame for all concerned.
What do you mean? Am I putting 2 and 2 together? Yeah, nice, excellent.
He sleeps naked.
Yeah.
Dad came in completely starkers, spraying us about the fact that it was too early to be up.
Yeah.
Josh was... Well, he didn't know that Josh was there. Finished his spray and said, "And Josh, that's a penis."
And I was in that really, you will find it as you go along in life. A couple of years' time, you'll find that
what
there
do you
are
say
times
to-
you can be so mortified.
Yeah.
You're so mortified and you want to absolutely just
Yeah.
really crack a nana at your partner for being just such an imbecile. But it's
That's
so
also
funny.
really hilarious.
But it's so funny.
What do
You're
you-
like,
What else can you do to that apart from laugh? Right now, you can't do anything.
I think at the time he looked like he'd seen a ghost.
So, Josh,
I think you just finished off with something about
what?
"Oh, Josh, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh,
mate."
I know, but you just don't even think though, it's yeah.
I mean, it was considerably unlucky for everyone.
They do say don't sleep naked in case someone breaks into your house.
Do they?
But that's what they say. If someone breaks into your house, you don't want to be caught.
No, but I
short.
reckon
You would want to be
I reckon
cool,
you do. Yeah, throw them off a bit.
That's
It's
outstanding.
hard to attack a naked man.
Yeah, sorry, so I didn't mean to interrupt.
Can I just tell you, I don't know anything about this subject. About being a naked man somewhere, it's just not,
It is far more.
It's not in my
it's far more.
wheelhouse.
It's far more comfortable. Let's be honest. It is far more comfortable.
100%.
Significant
You've got to
improvement.
do it. But
I feel a little bit outnumbered in this conversation.
Nah, it's yeah.
Don't know what that feels
No,
like.
no.
It's yeah. What do you
It's
say? What do you say?
Yeah.
All you can do is laugh at that. There's nothing else you can do apart from laugh. I reckon.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the best.
And Josh has had
It's
a laugh
one of the-
about
that's
that
one of the
over
great
years
stories of all
since.
time, I reckon.
He's recovered.
Josh is recovered. He's still kicking. He's
all
dad
good.
now himself. He probably does it.
And Josh, that is a penis. It's one of the great lines of all time, I reckon. Yeah.
He was- Oh dear. Dear.
Josh really excelled in sex ed from that point on. Top of the class. High marks.
Oh, that is outstanding.
Yeah, our parenting style was never all that conventional,
Nah, it's
or
fine.
either of us.
That explains a lot.
And now you got two blokes on a bloody successful podcast, mate. Look at that.
And you're still buying us
Second best
tickets.
podcast in the Redlands. Look at us go.
We are the third best leisure podcast produced in Australia, according to Spotify.
Are we?
I don't know. Just made that up.
Seems higher. Then.
Made it up.
According to Spotify, but I just made it up.
Made it up. They're good people, obviously.
Very good people, apparently.
Well, Dizzle, thank you so much for making your debut
Great
on the We Got the
debut.
Chocolates
Great
podcast.
debut, Nate.
It's been fantastic. We might open that door for you now because you look like you're sweating bullets.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well done.
Thanks for having me, boys.
No
See ya.
worries.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Great debut, Janelle.
You ready, Genghis?
I've never been more ready.
That is good to know. Well, at least we got some bloody... And just say hello to all the YouTubers out there.
Yeah, say that.
Well, we'd say it now because
Oh,
we're
right.
recording.
Oh, yeah, we're still on. Yeah.
G'day, all the YouTubers out there.
Straight down the barrel.
Straight in the barrel. That is what they call a clinic,
I
guys.
can actually everyone get our thumbnail pictures now.
Well, shouldn't we be not staring at the camera and like laughing?
Sure.
What the fuck are you doing? No, that's a thumbnail, mate.
That's your index finger.
That's the smallest thumbnail I've ever seen.
No, that's all right. All right. Ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful. Good.
Recording everyone.
All right, guys, on to a little sports segment for the week, and probably one of the biggest sporting events or series of our
Australian one.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
maybe just Eastern. What are we? Eastern side.
yeah, Eastern side. So we got probably Test series, Melbourne Cup, Carnival's pretty big, but State of Origin, I reckon. You right over there, mate?
On mute. Oh, put myself on mute to sneeze. There.
I swear,
Then
good
I
etiquette.
realised that everyone on YouTube's still watching it.
Yeah, I hope we got the camera on you there. That's perfect. But no, State of Origin kicks off Wednesday week. So what'll it be? What's that? A bit under a week from this episode. I can't work out the days, but
Yes, this
Something like
episode
that.
comes out. You're listening to this on Thursday. Origin's next
Wednesday. So 6 days from when this comes out. So and the Origin teams just got announced over the weekend, just gone. Rather than running through all the teams, which you can easily see online, I thought I'd just go through a few of the debutants for the weekend.
Oh,
All right.
Cody, nicely
Yeah,
done.
so New South Wales, Katoni Staggs debuts in the centres from the Broncos. Been playing pretty well this year. Boy, you guys Broncos fans. So
Yeah. I didn't realise that he was a New South Wales Blue.
Yes.
That hurts a bit.
Katoni, shin thigh. Well done, Katoni. And Stephen Crichton from... you like that joke every time I tell
Every
it.
time you tell it, I just didn't realise that you could do it for any other name but Tony.
Tony,
But then
yeah.
Tony also features in Katoni, so it just makes sense.
And Stephen Crichton from the Panthers debuting off the bench was interesting, and Ryan Madison from Parramatta. For us Queensland, we've got 4 debutants. Selwyn Cobbo again from the Broncos. He's been playing very, very well for the Broncos the last 5-6 weeks. So they picked him young. He's only 19, but Sherberg, local, he's been going really good.
Can't be tackled. By the
Cannot
looks.
be tackled. He's got spiders on him. He is flying. So when Jeremiah Nanai from the Cowboys, again another 19-year-old debutant coming off the bench. Yeah.
That's bloody. All
Well,
right. Yeah.
Billy's. I reckon Billy's picked a really good side. And I'll get to that. And Pat Carrigan from the Broncos and Ruben Cotter's probably been, I reckon, the best forward of the comp this year for the Cowboys as well. So
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
yeah, and a
Video.
fantastic haircut too, Ruben Cotter. Yeah, great mullet. Check it out.
right,
Yeah,
will do.
really, really good. Few surprises in the team. So the Blues, Josh Adokar has been left out, and he's been, I guess, a stalwart of New South Wales. I think he's played the last 12 Origins, I think. And they picked Daniel Tupou from the Roosters over him. I know you guys aren't much sort of league fans, but have you guys watched much Daniel Tupu play before?
No,
Yeah, he plays for the Roosters.
Plays for the
and
Roosters.
just jumps at big high balls.
Yeah, well, and essentially the reason why they sort of picked him is that like they've worked out that Queensland are going to pick two big tall wingers with Cobbo and Xavier Coates, so they sort of want to match that. And Brian To'o's the other winger from New South Wales is also quite short.
Yes.
And then so Tupu's quite a tall winger. So I think they've sort of gone to sort of match the aerial prowess of either Coates or Cobbo, whoever he lines up on. But like I actually don't see a surprise or anything wrong with the selection. I think it's a really, really good selection.
That one is.
Yeah, well, in Origin you need your backs to make lots of meters as well. And he's probably the best meter eater from the back, along with Brian To'o. So like, don't be surprised like for those stat guys out there. They'll probably both make over 200 meters in Origin. Yeah. So
Brian To'o last year he made heaps of meters.
Oh, unbelievable!
You sprayed me about. I said it wasn't that hard to be on the wing, and you were like, no.
Watch this guy. Yeah. He also. I reckon like if I was a betting man,
Good people.
yeah, good people. Like I reckon they'll combine for over 350 meters. There's my bet. For those two, unless they get injured. And Angus Crichton's been left out as well, which is fantastic for my Supercoach side, so I've put him in straight away. And I've seen a lot of people in the New South Wales sort of thing saying, oh, they've picked young Joseph Suwali. He's an 18-year-old freak. He'll probably be the best centre winger fullback in the game in the next 4 or 5 years.
Who's he play for?
Roosters.
Yeah.
So somehow fitting all these blokes under the salary cap, so that's good. Salary sombrero, Uncle Nick's bloody throwing some more brown paper bags at
Well,
him.
didn't they pick him up when he was about 15?
Yeah, well, they stole him from the Rabbitohs,
Yeah, we talked about him on the podcast.
Yeah, so but everyone's sort of like, there's a few other good outside backs that didn't get picked, like Campbell Graham from the Rabbitohs. So how they pick him like this guy over? So well, it's clear it's a fucking development thing. So I just thought I'd like tie that over. And for Queensland, Jai Arrow's been left out. He's probably played the last 10 or 12 Origins for Queensland as well. Obviously, last year he had the slight indiscretion, the hotel, and someone. No, we just won't go there. I don't think.
Nah, but also this year was an artry tournament.
Yeah, come on.
Layup skin.
He actually, and his
that a what? I missed
is
it,
an
sorry.
archery tournament. His back row partner was John Bowe as well.
Okay, good.
You got it, skin.
Got it.
Bullseye.
Yeah, and you know who played log forward that game? Jeremy Target.
Nice.
Your turn.
I haven't got one.
Tell
me when it's my turn for the segment, and then I'll just continue.
No, we just like to leave the door open.
Like
just in case.
you could have said, the coach, Robin Hood, and something like that's pretty easy.
Oh yeah, the coach. Yeah, nice. That would have been good.
Archery sort of theme.
Could have said archery themed.
Yeah, that's flying straight as a.
Matt Rowe.
Yeah,
Nice.
happy with that.
Happy. Very good. Thank you, Nick.
No, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thanks for the education, mate.
Could we actually, before I get tips
Tips for Origin.
for the series?
Lethal.
2-1 Blues. Sorry. I love Queensland.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be optimistic and say 2-1 Queensland.
I reckon
then.
we'll win.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really confident.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Oh, I just like there's a good balance. Got some really good young kids in there. I think Munster's playing. I reckon Munster's the best player in the comp at the moment. Harry Grant off the bench. Ben Hunt take the first sting out 20 minutes, and Harry Grant. Before we get to the show, Harry Grant, episode 41. Don't know, made that
It was
up.
after 50.
Later.
Was it?
Yeah, 56.
Couldn't tell you, but yeah.
Yeah,
bloke.
yeah. I reckon he'll run an absolute fucking muck. 3
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, Queensland 3 blot.
Heavens.
Wow.
If you're a betting man.
If I was a betting man, they got no Travojevic and no Latrell Mitchell for the first game as well. I mean, I love Latrell, Rabbitohs, but
Yeah, cool.
like, I reckon we'll tear them in pieces.
All right, good news. Well, keen to see it. Thank you, Cody.
Skin, I'm throwing to you. Let's
Yeah,
go.
all right. Yeah, I'll take it away. Hey, so this one, it's meant to be a sports segment. This is very loosely sporting related. Something came out of the NBA, which was cool because we never talk about American sport and get criticised for only talking about cricket and stuff too often.
We just spoke about rugby league though, didn't we?
Oh yeah, but that's an Australian sport.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Not that big in the US.
No, I don't think so. They've got another football card over there. It's pretty large.
Touch.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Gaelic.
We're just going to name every football code.
Yeah, soccer. But yeah, firstly in the NBA the playoffs are starting, but so that's a thing.
I watched a full game
Warriors-
of NBA yesterday.
They're pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Like we don't watch a lot.
Celtics.
Like they're very good. Remember when both Marnus and Josh Dascom said they could shoot threes over
Oh
LeBron?
my God, yeah.
And now that you've watched an actual game, are you thinking they're the biggest fucking idiots you've ever met in your life?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
I haven't
good.
actually been up against. I would find it difficult to think that they're not ginormous.
Yeah, and more so like the fact they're just like fucking better than us.
Well, yeah, obviously that. But I just mean like even in terms of their physical presence.
Yeah, like trying to shoot the ball over the top of them would be quite.
I don't think I have enough power in my arms to get that high.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But yeah, what about the fact that they have huge seasons? I was chatting to a couple of guys at work. They played the bloody 7 game series in the finals after they played
even the regular
seasons or something. They play nearly every day.
82 game regular season.
Yeah,
I think.
That's the same with every. I think that's the same with every American.
Well, baseball,
they play a game every day.
It's 168 games, I reckon.
Mental,
I think. Or 162 or something like that.
Yeah.
Skin stats.
I've had a lot of people also messaging in telling us about the no-hitter rule too.
How were we? Do we get close?
Not really.
That
We
hurts.
stunk. So we should actually clarify that again at some stage because about 3 separate people have told it. You were close, I think. Me and Mitch sucked or something like that. I'll explain it. I'll find one of them.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry about
Let's
it.
chat about that next week. How about we move on to what I was going to say, which is, well, that while the playoffs are happening, and that's exciting, that happens every year, but more interestingly, out of the NBA came Steve Kerr comment around the tragedy in Uvalde, Texas, which, obviously everyone was, I imagine, was pretty rattled by it and pretty devastated by it, and a lot of people commented on, and I think he was probably one of the first that I heard was this. I think Lethal's got audio for us.
When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power.
So that was that.
Yes.
Which I don't know what you guys think, but I kind of liked. It's cool to hear someone talk so passionately, obviously, but also to have something actually constructive and useful to say, because obviously a lot of people come out and it sort of opened that. Well, certainly for us, that was the first thing I saw. I guess that opens up what is a pretty huge discussion, especially over in the States.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing for lots of people that just like basketball. For us particularly, like that was the first thing I saw on TikTok, like in reference to it, sort of thing. Like I wouldn't have known anything about gun laws or what he was talking about or anything like that without someone like Steve Kerr and the platform that he's got speaking about it. Which that was sort of the part that I thought. I mean, it's sort of everyone's cup of tea, as you probably go on and to speak about. But I think someone using their platform like that for something that they feel very passionately about is a good thing.
Yeah.
And someone speaking from experience too, because his father was actually killed by a gunshot.
I did not know that.
Neither did I.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. That explains the passion. Thank you, Cody.
Certainly. Yeah.
Yes, what I do.
Great contribution.
Thank you.
But yeah, you're exactly right. I like that. I like that he's sort of used his platform to start a discussion that probably, certainly has led to like other people like myself trying to sort of learn about it a little bit more and get a bit more educated on it. And I guess like being Australians, I don't know about you two, but I imagine from our perspective, it sort of almost feels like a bit of a no-brainer. Like you don't really have to think about it because like plenty of people come out and argue that there should be stricter gun laws and they should do a big old gun buyback like we did in Australia. And yeah, it feels like over here I've grown up without guns. It's almost just not a problem. Like you just don't think about
Port
it.
Arthur was, I think, what year were you born?
Yeah, I was 97. I think that was 96.
I reckon Port Arthur was.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, it seemed like a bit of a no-brainer. But then I guess, I just heard something like that, and you try and do a little bit more research and make sure you sort of hear the other people's perspective on it. And they obviously have plenty of arguments, and it's obviously a huge debate over in America, which I don't feel educated enough to comment on, around the Second Amendment. And there are plenty of people that make plenty of arguments supporting the right to bear arms, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. They often end up arguing against things like that, saying that celebrities and athletes and stuff shouldn't use their platform to make comments like that, and that when they do make comments like that are just like do something. It's not particularly useful because it's not a plan, right? It's got there's nothing useful there that's saying what to do that's going to actually solve the problem. But yeah, I really liked that from Steve because he actually came with something that would solve the problem. Like he named a particular policy that could be passed. Yeah. And I think it's cool to see that happen, and I think it's fine for people to comment on that. I mean, like politics affect the country that they live in and the state that they live in and the area that they live in. Of course, that's something that they're going to think about all the time and want to comment on and want to impact. So.
It's one of the main irrits I have in life. I see it all the time, particularly with like comedians, where people will just say, like, if a comedian like Seth Rogen, for example, spoke out at one point, I think around the Black Lives Matter movement, and he just got hosed on social media by people just saying, stick to making shit movies, stick to comedy, and people say it about athletes all the time. I know it's like, just stick to doing sport, and like, people don't have to just do that. Like, they actually, a comedian, like, you can have a real conversation with. They're not just going to be hilarious and do stand-up routines in general.
What if that person was commenting it and like just worked on, as the council worked on the roads, like, can the sports person comment back and say, oh yeah, just stick to bloody mowing the grass on the side of the road, mate? If he said that, then he'd get bloody public backlash as well. So
that's exactly right. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that anyone needs to stick to anything. Just if you want to be educated on another area that's not necessarily your job, that's quite fine and should be encouraged, I think.
Actually, absolutely should be encouraged.
Yeah. So, that's a gripe that I have, Skin. I think you've hit the nail on the head there.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I freaked out. I'm pretty much freaked most of these things.
I don't think it matters. I think it'd be
Play
fine.
another one or carry on? All right, thank you, Lethal. I'm back on the tools again over here. I've got the next segment as well. Look at me go. How am I?
You know what's even nice about tonight's
run sheet? I wonder I take home all the money, Cody.
Yeah, that is right. I like about tonight, this run sheet, it's got Mitch, but it's also got your email address next to it, so that's nice.
You're kidding?
Yeah, if you click your name there.
Yeah.
I've just had a bit of extra time this week, guys.
So instead of doing anything productive, you thought, you know what, this will come in really handy. Instead of just typing Mitch for the leaders segment, I'll add his email address in.
Hang on.
Just so Cody
Let me just put myself in Cody's shoes for a second. While he's planning that episode, I'm just going to start a separate group chat to make sure everyone says, hey, Lee, when he says, hey, Lee. Because that will help.
But that actually added value to the show. This actually takes away.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't take away. And also, I would contest the fact that yours added value. It did for those immediate 4 seconds. It was quite funny.
Oh, yeah.
But then my whole intro hummed.
Yeah,
that was even funnier, to be fair.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, what are you talking about, Skin?
This we're chatting about Cody Simpson. He last week, I think it was. Oh, have you got something for us?
No, obviously should. That's the jab at the sting of him singing I apologise. That's poor.
Time.
Should have had that sorted.
You should have.
I was writing Mitch's email.
Did I spell Mitch all right?
But anyways, last week he's been bloody swimming, apparently.
He's been busy, hasn't he?
He's a busy man, apparently. He's been working hard for a year or so. And last week he found out he's made the Commonwealth Games, made the Australian team for the Commonwealth Games in the 100-metre butterfly. Yes. So that's
a fucking hard event too. Let's be honest. But have you guys? Like, I mean, I can't swim.
Actually, I've got a slightly funny story if we have time about.
I can't wait for
butterfly.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Go for it.
13 years old, moved to a new school. Somehow made the swimming district team. I think I was there as really had to be a backup. I could kind of
do a bit of something.
I could get through 50 meters freestyle without drowning.
I don't mean a backup singer to Cody Simpson.
No, not at all. No,
that would be cool.
That would be.
But yeah, so anyways, I've rocked up as a backup thinking maybe I'll have to swim the 50 maybe in under 13, so it'll be fine. Somehow everyone's sick or pulled out or doesn't like swimming or whatever the hell happened, and I had to swim at districts or something in like pretty much every competition. I ended up doing the 50-meter butterfly in opens. I was 13 years old against the 17-year-old blokes.
Yeah.
I think the first bloke finished in 29 seconds or something. Yeah. I don't know what's normal. I was at least 3 times slow.
But how quick did he do the butterfly in though?
Yeah, nice. Save for the ad. Anyway, so there's that. But yeah, so Cody Simpson's obviously better at that than I am, which is really hard to believe, given his figure versus mine.
He did spend 10 years away from swimming, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, he was not swimming for 10 years because he was like having another professional career. He was singing.
Yeah, he was.
So yeah,
he was definitely singing.
Loose.
Also, can I ask? Oh no, I need a cough. But can I ask? Did anyone else find it weird that like the video was going around showing him receiving the text message to say, "Hey, you're in the Commonwealth Games team"? Like, does that seem an odd way to deliver messages? Like, what if it's just? Oh, sorry, mate, wrong number.
Mate, I'm Bill from accounts.
Next minute, Bill's at the Commonwealth Games. You're in, bud.
This Muppet we put at the Commonwealth Games. Oh no, he's just a guy that we accidentally somehow had on our list of phone numbers.
If anyone had any
Cody
sense of
goes the
humour,
wrong
they
digit.
would have sent back saying, just wrong number, mate. Sorry. Like, if you're like shoe in a spot on the same side, no, wrong number, mate. Gotcha.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I found that very odd.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But then, I mean, yeah, so the other, a few other things happened around that made us want to talk about it. There's a World Champs is coming up before the Commonwealth Games, I think. End of June, started in July.
Budapest.
In Budapest, yeah, and then Commonwealth
I've been to
Games is
Budapest.
late July.
Yeah, in Hungary.
Yeah.
Do you actually? Or am I
I've
waiting?
genuinely been.
I thought I was
I'm
waiting
not.
for a pun.
No, well, I am hungry. But yes, I have also been to Budapest.
Okay, right, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so that's happening. So World Champs is happening, but he's missed out on a spot there because Kyle Chalmers, who had said he wouldn't swim at the World Champs, has now said he will swim at the World Champs. Is that correct? Have I got that right?
That's
Yeah, I think it was something to do with his programming or something like that. He was probably not going to swim, then the programming sort of was favourable or something like that. So he's had the chance to swim and he's chosen to swim.
That
I
makes
think
sense.
a lot of those decisions are also made by his coach as well, contrary to some of the media speculation
Gotcha.
about like the programming and stuff and what's best for his body. And
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's a big rooster too, that Kyle Chalmers. Holy dooly, you would not want to mess with.
no.
My goodness gracious.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But yeah, no. So obviously they've had some trial or whatever, and he finished in front of Cody, and then that's all happened. But it like started a bunch of sort of rumors in media and stuff. And I mean, essentially, I feel like this next bit should just be a social sin bin segment, really, of Australian media, because there are some rogue headlines and little bits that came out of it around. Like the fact that Cody's now dating Emma I'm no chance of pronouncing McKean.
She's
Who's
McKean on him.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, that's how you remember it.
All right, so she's McKean on him. Very good.
That's one of my best.
Right,
We
okay.
lighted that up the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder you wanted to start so early.
But so she's previously dated Kyle Chalmers, and then so there was speculation about that being the motivation for Kyle's. But anyways, so that's all stupid as hell, and Kyle's come out and put everyone on blast for that, basically. But then there are a few other headlines and things.
Use of put everyone on blast skin.
Thanks.
That is a good phrase.
Is it just me, or is it every time you hear the word Chalmers, all I think is the Simpsons, like Super Nintendo Chalmers? That's all I think of. Mikos?
I had not thought of that.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. I don't know why. Let's just go straight there.
I had not considered that.
Oh,
no, but yeah,
no.
all right.
What do you
Thanks
again? I'm sitting in the
Anyways,
dark over
Lethal,
here.
can you take us through the
Yes.
headlines, or will I carry on?
No. Thank you, Skin, for setting me up there. So it's, I guess, a couple of bits of journalism that just gave me the irrits massively. Starting with a headline, and it was girlfriend's sweet reaction to Cody Simpson text message. I just wanted to point out that girlfriend is probably a better swimmer than Cody Simpson.
Oh, well, and also like a multiple like Olympic champion.
Yes. So just referring to him as, to her as
Cody's girlfriend.
Cody's girlfriend, I feel is slightly rough on her swimming achievements.
I reckon has she got the most Australian swimming medals in at Olympic?
I'm almost.
I'm 99% sure that's true.
Yeah,
Really?
I can't factually. But
Yeah.
Mika, see you looking that up. Just going on the tools over there.
Emma McKean, Olympic record medal count holder. Something. If you're saying enough words like
type
that.
an essay.
Yeah.
Just type in some.
You have no
form of
idea how to
words.
use Google.
No, it seems to work pretty well there, doesn't it? Yeah.
It'll work it out.
Yeah.
AI these days. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second bit from the article that I didn't like. Last night I was selected to represent Australia at my first Commonwealth Games. Continued the On My Mind singer was what was written. What the frick is On My Mind?
Not even his best song.
His best song is Iyiyi by an absolute country mile. So if you're going to use quotes by him, do you know that song even?
Yeah. Oh, mate, you've had poking at the wrong bear here, to be honest.
Anyway, I just feel like you've got to you can't name just like a random song he's done off his albums, like the 11th song on his third album that no one listened to. Just give us a song that we actually knew. Well, you obviously didn't know any of them. So, So Cody Simpson, he's a swimmer, but he also sung.
Okay, I'm going to be level with you first. I thought like a while ago that Cody Simpson was another bloke, to be honest with you.
No, you thought that he was the creator of The Simpsons.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah,
That's why you've been so interested in this story.
He was born in 1951. He's still swimming the 100 fly. You fuckwit.
Well, that's athletic. And then the third one, the picture and accompanying story, and the picture was of Cody Simpson and Emma McKean at the airport in Adelaide, and it says, "I just don't like this. How does this work? Like, how can you be a journalist and then you just describe exactly what we can see in the picture?
What does it say?
Like, so it just says, like, so the picture is of that, as you can see. And
they're just walking from
them walking.
They're just walking. The Lovebirds were dressed casually for their flight back to the Gold Coast. Emma clad her figure in black leggings while Cody wore trousers and a white t-shirt. Well, thanks. We can see that. Like, tell us something we can't see. Surely.
I assume this is a fashion blog you're reading from?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Oh, this is Fox Sports, is it?
No, not Fox. They're
great people. Please do not tarnish them with that brush.
Sorry.
Yes. No. They're not Fox Sports, but it was genuinely a news article about the love triangle. So it's like probably a
Daily Mail or something
Daily
like
Mail,
that.
something like that. Yeah. It was the Daily Mail, actually. Also great.
No.
We're not taking them. Sorry. No. Skinner was overruled.
Have you?
I don't know much about it, just based on that article.
Do you think we're in the position to be bargaining with people?
I don't think we should be that picky, dude.
If they want to jump on board, you know what I mean? They're great people.
I mean, we'll still tell people how great they are, but
for a fee.
And by that we mean we never would do that. Honesty, Skin. Honesty is the best policy. You've said that.
Integrity.
I'm terrible at sarcasm, but that was it. For those
was that meant to be sarcasm?
That was a joke.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
So I took that as really serious.
Yeah, no, I was kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
And then didn't you have something about dual athletes or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I was just still amazed by how good Cody Simpson is at two things. That hardly seems fair. And I started stalking him, assuming he's obviously quit singing to focus on swimming.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. He's just in the booth singing, playing guitar. He's still very good at all that stuff.
Another album, which Cody just bought, pre-purchase.
Yeah, so wildly impressive. But yeah, it just got me thinking about other people who have done something comparable. And the first one that sprung to mind for me was J. Cole, who's a very good rapper, obviously. I assume you too.
That is obvious.
Yeah, very obvious. You know him.
Sells around Christmas time.
What?
He's a rapper.
Gotcha. Yeah, fantastic.
Also, probably start to fire sometimes, so you might find him left over after a fire. Is that Cole's?
Carl's, yeah. Nice. Anyways, he's very good and has played professional basketball. And like I think he played basketball reasonably seriously through college. I think graduated from college and said, like, I've still got 3 years to make it as a rapper, and then I'm going to focus on my basketball career. And so he's since played over in Africa. I think he's just signed a contract in Canada.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so he's bloody
and
doing it. And released a very good album. Like, I don't know, maybe a year ago.
I've seen you rap before though. It can't be that difficult. I don't reckon. You're pretty.
No,
good.
it's the rapping's not hard. The writing the lyrics would be the hard part.
I've seen Lethal do these ads pretty quickly.
I don't think he's at the same
parody songs.
Not in the same standard.
Oh
as
yeah, I
J.
would have
Cole,
thought. Yeah. Well, I brought up that bloke from The Voice the other day, Robbie Dolan, who's a jockey and a very good jockey. He was on The Voice the other day. He's really good. He's Irish.
He was a good singer.
Yeah.
I got around him.
Yeah,
good bloke.
And the other one I thought of was Scott Draper, who we've had a lot of dual international, who played rugby league and rugby, and then we've even had the triples. We've had Carmichael Hunt go AFL League Union and Israel as well. Yeah. Although Israel did play that game for GWS where he had played the whole game and didn't get a touch.
That is a good effort.
That's unfortunate. So I reckon it's harder to do than to get 40.
He was on the field the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a ruckman. It wasn't like he was on for 6 minutes. He was on the field enough. I don't think he got a touch.
Wow.
It's pretty hard to do, eh?
I don't think the commentators called his name, in fact. He wasn't even within cooey of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, but Scott Draper.
If you've seen his rugby league career, why would you not put him down forward and say jump at the ball? Why would you make him?
They did.
No, I think they did.
You just said he was in the ruck.
No,
he's tall. Israel would be
six.
Right. How tall would Israel be? 6'5"? He'd be a big unit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but Scott Draper, professional golf and professional tennis.
That's loose.
I think I still find the fact that someone can sing and play sport is just crazy. Because you expect.
No, I disagree. I reckon playing professional golf and professional tennis is harder.
You reckon?
100%.
They're both
you can sing while you play. You can sing while you swimming if you like.
Sing well. I mean, I'm more.
I've seen, mate. Have you, mate? The laying you did on those songs before, honestly.
Lee's not getting a bloody contract at Cody Simpson's label.
The time factor, when the time that you would require for both. Swimmers get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And
I've often wondered why.
It's a stinker.
Obviously,
actually, that's a good point. Yeah, why can't you just swim in the middle of the day?
No, well, I'd assume because they do it before jobs. But I reckon, let's say someone like an Ariane Titmus right now. I'm not sure. She's obviously a phenomenal athlete, but I wonder now that I'm not sure if she's got a full-time job or not. But if she doesn't, why still at 5 o'clock? Well, not 9 o'clock.
Well,
I'm
like,
not sure
I'd
either.
Be like a habit. That
I would
starts
much
at
maybe,
school.
yeah.
I would much prefer to finish work than go train the sport that I'm doing. Well, I wouldn't. Oh, I assume they do that
Rather than
as
before.
well.
I'd go lunch. Like
Yeah,
do a
good
bit
point,
do a bit of stuff and then sort of like do like 2.5 hours.
Maybe they're just doing all three. They're
Maybe.
they're
Like,
working
they're
significantly
obviously
harder than we.
yeah, I was
that
gonna say-
explains why we're shit. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that could
At
be
swimming.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in everything.
Yeah.
Just in general.
General
Yeah.
sport.
Oh, we're meant to be a motivational podcast, Skin,
Yeah.
so where to bring us down there? I'll
we,
finish.
we motivate other people. Other people
Yeah.
are good.
Okay, I'll finish us with some motivation, actually. I wanted to give the Chockies a bit of a shout out because on social media recently we put up it's like a tweet that said the original question was use a movie title to describe your sex life, which opened the door for some very, very funny ones. Any from you, Skin? Have you got one to kick us off? No, obviously not. Cody?
I bet you someone said Gone in 60 Seconds. Was that one of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gone in
Great.
60
Yeah.
seconds, set
I
in
was
by Alex
looking for
Milesy.
something like that, yeah.
Any that spring to mind? Obviously mine was The Longest Ride. That wasn't actually said anybody. Was it, I think. Mitch Felsman, Super Bad. Getting Will Solo, A Star Wars Story.
Yeah, good.
Pretty good. Cobber, Home Alone. Anna, Gone Girl. Beck, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Trendy Teacher, Toy Story. Jeez.
Okay. Nice.
Paul Andy Smith, Fast and Furious. Nicely done.
That's
Timmy
aggressive.
Timmy Burns.
Mine's fast and not that furious.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. All right. Timmy Bird, A Series of Unfortunate Events. This is my favourite. I've saved this. Well, 2 favourites. Hardwick Sean, Dr. Doolittle. That's a belter. And then Pomeroy, Inception, in brackets. Stuff's going on, but nobody knows what's happening. I just thought I'd finish us off with that.
well done.
That is
You surprise us with that. Every week you surprise us with something. And mainly me because I don't read, but you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And before we get into our Twitter of the week, we got a little special gift. We got some chockies sent. Because people often ask,
Yes.
you say your line. Say your
They
line.
do. People always ask. The first thing they ask is, like, do you guys actually have chocolate?
Well, tonight we do.
Yeah, because normally we say no. We don't. It's got nothing to do with chocolate.
piss
It's
off.
got to do with winning.
Yeah, but the gang from Coded sent us some beautiful. We got a box over there. We're going to try some milk chocolate snakes on air tonight because they look delightful.
Yeah, can you actually open them? They look
I guess so.
No, but you got to read the tweet of the week. Skin, you open them.
Oh, yeah, right.
Guess what I even did while you were gibbering on over there before?
You're in
I
for a
found
tweet.
Yeah, I found the tweet, so I didn't have to scroll through my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Guess what I did? I've got this sound effect to play for you when you're ready.
Go. Beautiful. All right. So for those now that it's the English cricket season right now, so obviously outside of the world. So former first class player Ricky Clark. How do they?
That is elite.
Is it good?
Yeah, so good.
What's a chocolate snake?
It's a snake with chocolate.
With
on it.
Yeah,
chocolate.
it's pretty
Right, like a
self-explanatory. I
lolly,
would have
a lolly.
thought. Yeah.
It's not a real snake.
No, but it could have just been all chocolate, not like a lolly snake
Yeah.
covered in snake, in chocolate.
Covered in snake.
Covered in snake.
Snake covered in snake would
That's
be rough.
snake perception.
No, good. There's a handbrake. Beautiful. No, so anyway,
Great cue. What do you mean?
No. If you think so, Ricky Clark, who's a former first class player, played for his local league side over the weekend, and he absolutely pumped him everywhere. He got 229 off 109 balls.
Right.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good going, right?
Reminds me of myself a little.
Yeah, it does. But he posted the scorecard. It's a bit of self promotion. He said, "Love playing with these lads." Heart thing, and he posted the scoreboard. The first person's name was S Little 42, and then someone has tweeted Chris Bandy actually opening the batting with a mouse, unorthodox. Stuart Little.
I love that.
Sean, you happy with that?
What about the fact that
You go. No, you say it.
He's posted the scoreboard saying, I love playing with these players.
Yeah.
You don't love playing with those players. You love that you're 200. Like.
It's weird that you didn't post that when he got a golden. Yeah, you're right.
How many Dorothys did he hit? Did he hit more than me? Hold on, let me get back to it.
That was like Jasper Bumrah did that a little while ago.
22, that is more than me.
Disappointed with the result, but good week. And he took like
5 for 9 or something like that.
10 for 0.
Well done, Gabby.
Okay, yeah, good.
That
Thank
was you're in for a tweet. And rightio, that's another We Got the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew and get around us on the socials or get in touch at the website. We love hearing from you, and we are very, very keen to embrace the voice message service in particular for our Give You a Listening To segment coming up in a couple of weeks.
Correct. That is just at the bottom of the website, wegotthechocolates.com.au, and our socials are We Got the Chocolates on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that sort of stuff.
Particularly Facebook. Get across to there. We're trying to...
Yep.
I reckon, the new one's
990,000 to go.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. So jump across on YouTube, give us a look.
That would help as well.
Comment.
They pay us, so that'd be good.
Do they?
YouTube, sometimes.
No, wouldn't know.
Hard to say at this point.
Right, right.
Yeah. YouTube would be excellent. Thank you very much. And word of mouth is definitely the biggest way that you can help us. So keep telling your friends that you listen to We Got the Chocolates. We appreciate it. There's been plenty of that going on. And thank you very much for doing that. From Cody, Mitch, and myself, thank you for listening. We love making this. We're very, very glad that you tune in. And just remember throughout the week, if you're finding time during your day to have a laugh or make some of your mates laugh, you are absolutely getting the chocolates. We love speaking to you, and we'll speak this time next week. And as always, best wishes in the future. That stops.
Well, that's the podcast. So what the hell are you still doing here? Go and get the chocolates, you marvelous beast.